Ukraine is striking back harder than ever. A Russian Howitzer battery in Donetsk has been completely wiped out, sending shockwaves across the front lines. Today, we're diving into how Ukraine's precision strikes are changing the game and what this means for the future of the conflict. Stay tuned. The battlefield is shifting right before our eyes. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about a major development that's shaking the Donetsk front lines. Ukraine has struck back decisively, targeting a Russian howitzer battery and destroying it completely. This isn't just a simple skirmish. This is a clear message from Ukraine. They are ready, they are precise, and they are not backing down. The implications are huge. Russian artillery has been a cornerstone of their strategy, providing heavy firepower and covering advances. With one strike wiped out, the battlefield dynamics are shifting dramatically. Ukrainian forces are showing remarkable coordination between intelligence, artillery spotting, and drone reconnaissance. Every detail was calculated, every movement deliberate. This strike isn't just tactical, it's psychological warfare. Russian troops on the ground are now reassessing their positions, their strategies, and their confidence. Ukraine is proving that modern warfare isn't just about numbers, it's about precision, technology, and decisiveness. Today, we'll break down the strike, examine its impact, and explain why this could mark a turning point in the ongoing conflict. The Donetsk region has been one of the most contested battlefields since the beginning of the 2022 invasion. Russian forces have relied heavily on artillery to maintain pressure and secure key positions. These batteries, often placed behind the front lines, are designed to provide continuous bombardment on Ukrainian positions, disrupt supply lines, and intimidate defenders. For months, Ukrainian troops have had to adapt using trenches, camouflage, and mobile tactics to survive under constant artillery fire. But Ukraine's intelligence and drone capabilities have grown exponentially. By tracking Russian supply convoys, observing artillery positions, and calculating firing coordinates, Ukrainian forces have been able to turn the tables. The destruction of this Donetsk howitzer battery demonstrates a shift in both strategy and confidence. Ukrainian troops are not only defending their territory, they are taking the fight directly to Russian artillery, showing that precision strikes can neutralize key threats. This is more than just a single victory, it's a clear signal that Ukraine is mastering the art of modern combined arms warfare in one of the most dangerous regions of the conflict. The strike on the Russian howitzer battery was executed with surgical precision. Ukrainian reconnaissance drones identified the exact location, mapping out every artillery piece, supply crate, and defensive emplacement. Intelligence reports confirmed the presence of multiple Russian operators ready for coordinated fire. Then came the artillery and missile strike. Ukrainian forces targeted the battery from multiple angles, ensuring minimal chances of escape. The attack was swift, decisive, and highly coordinated, demonstrating the effectiveness of modern technology on the battlefield. Reports suggest that not a single Russian howitzer survived intact. The strike was not only a physical blow, but a psychological one. Russian troops who witnessed the destruction are now forced to reconsider their deployment strategies. For Ukraine, this is a message: with the right planning, intelligence, and courage, even the most fortified positions can be neutralized. This strike illustrates the growing proficiency of Ukrainian forces in executing complex, multi-layered operations that disrupt enemy plans while safeguarding their own troops. It's a masterclass in modern artillery warfare. One of the key factors behind this success is Ukraine's rapid adoption of advanced technology. Drones, electronic surveillance, and satellite intelligence are now integral to their operations. These tools allow Ukrainian commanders to see the battlefield in real time, detect weaknesses, and coordinate strikes with unprecedented accuracy. The Donetsk strike exemplifies this integration. By combining human intelligence with drone reconnaissance, Ukraine was able to pinpoint the exact Russian battery position, calculate firing solutions, and launch a strike that left no room for retaliation. It's a level of coordination that would have been unimaginable just a few years ago. Beyond technology, the human element is crucial. Ukrainian soldiers are trained to adapt quickly, act decisively, and capitalize on every opportunity. The combination of cutting-edge technology with highly skilled personnel is redefining warfare in Ukraine. This strike shows that it's not just firepower or numbers that determine victory, it's intelligence, precision, and the courage to act at the right moment. The destruction of the Howitzer battery goes beyond the physical battlefield. Russian troops in the region are facing a new reality. They are vulnerable even in positions they believe to be secure. Morale is shifting. When artillery crews see their most vital assets destroyed, fear and hesitation naturally spread. Ukraine's psychological strategy is clear: make every Russian unit question its safety, disrupt command confidence, and force operational errors. For Ukrainian forces, this victory boosts confidence and momentum. Soldiers see that their leadership is capable of decisive action and that the enemy can be countered even under heavy pressure. Psychological warfare is often invisible, but its effects are long-lasting. A well-executed strike can ripple across the entire enemy chain of command. In Donetsk, Ukrainian forces are demonstrating that they can strike hard, strike fast, and strike with precision. This is a new kind of battlefield advantage, one that combines technology, courage, and strategic thinking to reshape the dynamics of war. Russia's response to the strike has been cautious. Public statements downplay the loss, but battlefield reports indicate an urgent reassessment of artillery deployment and troop morale. Analysts suggest that Russia may now relocate remaining batteries further behind the lines or invest in additional protective measures. However, moving artillery reduces its effectiveness and slows operational momentum. Ukrainian strikes like this force the Russian military into defensive postures, limiting their ability to launch offensives. On the ground, commanders must constantly adjust to avoid vulnerabilities. This reactive approach can create delays, miscommunication, and operational strain. Ukraine understands this and is exploiting it. By combining precision strikes with ongoing reconnaissance, Ukrainian forces keep Russian troops under constant pressure, reducing their ability to coordinate effectively. The Donetsk battery destruction is not just a single event, it's a part of a broader strategy to destabilize enemy operations while maintaining Ukrainian momentum and initiative. Drones played a critical role in this operation. Unmanned aerial vehicles provided live surveillance, relaying coordinates, troop movements, and defensive positions back to command centers. This real-time intelligence enabled Ukrainian forces to time the strike perfectly, ensuring maximum impact. Drones are versatile. They scout enemy positions, monitor artillery fire, and even provide early warning for counterattacks. In Donetsk, they were essential for mapping the Russian battery and confirming that all targets were neutralized. Drone technology has leveled the playing field, giving Ukraine capabilities traditionally associated with larger militaries. By leveraging this technology, Ukraine can conduct precision strikes, reduce risks to their troops, and maintain operational surprise. The Donetsk strike is a prime example of how drones are transforming warfare, turning intelligence into a decisive force multiplier that can change the outcome of battles and shift momentum in real time. The destruction of the Russian Howitzer battery changes the tactical landscape in Donetsk. Ukrainian forces now have breathing room to reinforce positions, launch counterattacks, and secure critical supply lines. Russian forces, on the other hand, must rethink their approach, knowing that even seemingly secure artillery positions are vulnerable. This development signals a potential turning point in the region where precision strikes and modern tactics increasingly favor Ukrainian forces. Commanders on both sides must adapt to this evolving reality. For Ukraine, momentum is key. They are gaining operational advantages that can be leveraged across the front lines. For Russia, the loss underscores vulnerabilities in both strategy and morale. The Donetsk strike is more than just a single event. It represents a shift toward modern, technology-driven, and highly coordinated warfare where traditional artillery supremacy is no longer guaranteed. Looking at the broader context, Ukraine's strike in Donetsk illustrates how the conflict is evolving. Modern warfare now relies on precision, intelligence, and the ability to strike critical assets quickly. Ukraine is demonstrating that even in a prolonged conflict, a smaller but highly skilled force can challenge a numerically superior adversary. Every successful strike sends a strategic message. The battlefield is dynamic, and control is earned through planning, courage, and technology. These developments have implications beyond Donetsk, influencing how both sides allocate resources, position troops, and approach engagements across Ukraine. The destruction of a single battery may seem tactical, but its ripple effects affect morale, operational planning, and strategic thinking at higher levels. Ukraine's ability to strike with precision and confidence is reshaping the conflict, showing that modern warfare is as much about intelligence and adaptability as it is about sheer firepower. In conclusion, the Ukrainian strike on the Russian Howitzer battery in Donetsk is a game-changing event. It highlights the power of modern technology, precise planning, and courageous execution. It also sends a clear message to Russian forces: no position is invulnerable, and every move is being watched. For Ukrainian troops, it boosts morale and momentum. For Russia, it forces recalibration and caution. The battlefield is shifting, and Ukraine is demonstrating that intelligence, skill, and courage can counter even the most heavily armed adversary. If you want to stay updated on all the latest developments in Ukraine, from precision strikes to frontline tactics, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications. This is the battlefield story you don't want to miss, and we'll be bringing you real-time updates as Ukraine continues to fight back and redefine modern warfare.